Hello, hello. Girls, happy. All right, here we go. Happy, beautiful Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday, and happy Lionsgate portal. We are in this beautiful portal of stellar alignment of the star Sirius, the Earth, and the Sun in Leo. And this Lionsgate portal is this opportunity to step onto our highest timeline of prosperity, power, and deeper presence. And it peaks on Saturday 8, and I'm offering an abundance vortex activation on that day. So I want to share something that came up for me this morning that I'm hoping will be valuable for you. So I woke up feeling heavy. And I was like, okay, I'm going to use my tools and I'm going to do the mindset work and the parts work and all of that. And as I was doing I had kind of a specific issue that was feeling heavy for me. So I put that, in the middle of the circle and I did a parts map to get clear on like why am I feeling heavy about this? Why am I feeling activated about this? And, um, before I go there, let me introduce myself. For those of you who are new to me, my name is Jill Kempner, and I am known as the Angelic Pain Relief Expert. And I'm on a mission to heal the pain of the world one soul at a time and help you glow from the inside out. And what do I mean by that? I'm here to help you take what is heavy, painful, and leaden in your life and turn it into spiritual gold, whether that's physical or emotional pain. And so, thank you, angels. And part of that is a a big part of my service to the world is my own alignment, my own inner work, and my commitment to the practices in my book, walking the talk, because I'm an angel coach, I'm an alchemist, and I'm an author of Receiving from Your Angels, or Practices to Heal Your Pain with Angel Love. And this year, the angels created this really beautiful new way of talking about the medicine in my book, The Alchemy Formula. So I've been very committed to say hi if you're here, using the alchemy formula for my wound, for my pain. And I do think the abundance vortex energy is birthed out of that. So okay, so back to this morning. So this morning, I was using the tools and I was doing the mindset work and I was looking at a particular thing in my business and that I was feeling heavy about. And I was like, okay, if I'm feeling heavy about this, I know I have some heavy thoughts in there. So I ended up finding this thought: people don't understand what I do. And I was like, whoa, that I'm going to put that, I'm going to unpack that. So I started to unpack it. How did that make me feel? What do I do and what do I not do when I'm thinking that thought? What's the result of that thought, right? All the things. Why would my brain come up with this? And when I sat there, what I realized, and then I took the time to apply the abundance ingredients to this part. What I realized in this thought, people don't understand what I do, was actually trying to protect me. It was trying to protect me. It was keeping me small. It was keeping me hiding. It was keeping me in contraction, shrinking, so I didn't get hurt. So I didn't get rejected, because I was like, well, what if I just tell people what I do and explain it if I was able to explain it so clearly, so simply, so like passionately. And then they said, no, that's like total rejection, right? To my humanity, right? To this part, it was like, oh, that's going to hurt if they say no. It's going to hurt. I'm going to feel rejected. So what I realized was, under that thought, people don't understand what I do, was actually the fear of rejection. And I was like, oh, The fear of rejection, right? The wound of all wounds, the wound that keeps us small, the wound that keeps us stuck, the wound that keeps us hiding our light, our medicine, our intuition, our gifts, all of that. And I was like, whoa. And then I was like, okay, wait a minute. First of all, this feels like abundance to me. To find this thought, to find this part, to find this fear already feels like abundance to my soul, right? Something that has been keeping me small and hiding and all of that. So I was so happy. And I was like, okay, let's think about this in terms of the abundance vortex. So your abundance vortex, you already have an abundance vortex. So on the Lion's Gate, we're not creating one, we're activating one, right? We're activating the one that's already there through the frequencies of abundance. So here's the ingredients of abundance that the angels gave me: gratitude, radical acceptance, and unconditional love. And I was like, okay, if I want to activate my abundance vortex and, walk the talk and practice what I teach, that's actually one of the cards today was practice. How can I see this fear of rejection, right? People don't understand what I do. And below that, the fear of rejection through these lenses, right? Through the ingredients of abundance: gratitude, radical acceptance, and unconditional love. And here's what came up for me first of all, I am so grateful for that part, right? That part's been trying to protect me from being hurt, protecting me from one of those deepest wounds, that fear of rejection, of being rejected. And like, I don't belong, like it doesn't matter, right? My medicine, my gifts, all of that, like holy, 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 right? It was like, oh, thank you, right? Thank you for protecting me. And now my soul is going to step forward, right? And now my abundance vortex is going to take the lead. My soul is going to take the lead. And then I was really thinking about radical acceptance, right? And the title of this book, title of this live, why radical acceptance is the gateway to abundance. So what I realized is that what is radical acceptance, right? It's unabashedly, boldly, bravely accepting yourself exactly as you are. And I think about, at first I was like, is radical acceptance the same thing as unconditional love? And I was like, are they kind of, is this really the ingredient, as I'm like, thinking about it, praying about it, talking to my angels, talking to my soul. And what I heard about the difference between radical acceptance and unconditional love is that acceptance is more of like a neutral frequency. It has the energy of composure. It has the energy of like neutrality, of this centered Zen-like equanimity, right? That we're accepting like the power of boldly, neutrally, with composure, with intention, accepting our humanity, this wound, this part. And it was like, oh my God, like I just realized what a balm radical acceptance is on the wound of lack, because that's what this is, right? People don't understand what I do. Therefore I hide, I shrink, because I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be rejected. That's like that's the definition of lack, right? This part is in lack, which is the shadow of abundance, right? Lack, scarcity, poverty consciousness, right? Unworthiness was the other one that came up when we're talking about the shadows of abundance. So I was like, whoa, radical acceptance of this part that's afraid, right? Afraid of rejection. And all the resistance it was creating in my system. Like, whew, I was able to create space by radically accepting that I have this part. It's like, oh my gosh, I totally have this part that's actually probably been turning people away, not even realizing it, by saying people don't understand what I do. People don't understand what I do, right? For the fear of, if I explain it and they do understand it and then they say no, then what, right? What am I making that mean? My coach always used to say. Okay. And then unconditional love. Like, it's like, oh, can I love this part that's been trying to protect me? Can I love this part that's created all this resistance in my system? Can I love this part that's been actually having me hide, shrink, um, not shine? And it's like, yes, my soul can, the angels can. And even if I felt like I couldn't, I know the angels love that part unconditionally. And I do feel that it was connected with, this inner child or, young part of me. And so I just wanted to share that. I hope it's valuable for you. And it just feels so good to have these energetic tools, to have this mindset work, to have this frequency work, right? Because that's what the abundance vortex is, right? It's a frequency. Abundance is not about money. It's a frequency, right? And it's the frequency of gratitude. It's the frequency of radical acceptance. It's the frequency of unconditional love. So now, where can you apply these frequencies to get to your next level of abundance? I already feel like a million times more abundant and aligned by finding this part of me. So yes, I'm happy that it came up today. I'm happy. It's all divine, right? It was divine timing. It was part of the sacred plan for it to come up today and for me to wake up feeling heavy and to do the work and to find that part. And then look at it through the lens of the abundance vortex. And so, okay, so that was really beautiful. I felt like the angels were saying something else. I pulled a card and I asked, how is it you were releasing rejection and the fear of rejection? Because I think, honestly, as highly sensitive, highly intuitive souls, which is who I'm here to serve, we have a deep fear of rejection, and this keeps our medicine hidden and small. And as soon as I said hidden, it's interesting. We're actually about to move into the eclipse portal. So 8/8 is a powerful day. Next week, 8/12 is a powerful day, right? Because we're in the portal of the Lion's Gate. We're in the eclipse season, which brings up what was previously hidden from your consciousness. And I feel like as sensitive souls, we often feel the eclipses. We feel these portals before the actual day of, right? So I think that this is what was hidden from my consciousness, what's been holding me back, right? This under the surface fear of rejection. So I wanted to name that for myself and share that. And I'm committing to radically accepting that part as I access my next level of abundance, as I access my next level of, higher consciousness. Hi, Renee. Namaste. All right. Practice, practice, practice. So I asked, how is it you were releasing the fear of rejection and receiving radical acceptance? And we got practice, which is actually what I heard when I heard that I was going to do an abundance vortex activation. When I said yes to the call last week, what I had heard is the activation is awesome. It's important. It's high vibing and all of that. But understand that, yes, it will take you to a new level of consciousness, but understand that it's our journey. It's our work to make it a practice, the practice of gratitude, the practice of radical acceptance, the practice of unconditional love, to keep us in the flow of our abundance vortex, to keep the abundance vortex in the forefront of my mind. So before I show you the card, what came to me, and I remembered this. So my power thought became, I keep showing up with generosity, clarity, and trust. And I was like, oh, that's what's going to activate my abundance vortex this week and help me reach my business goals. All right, practice. Everything you do either fuels your light or diminishes it. Each choice, every action, interaction, feeling, and thought carries energy. Practice nurturing your light consciously. What is practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes better is what the angels say in my book. I changed it from perfect to better. 4 practices to heal your pain with angel love, right? The abundance, radical acceptance is a practice. And yeah, we're going to go back into, right? We're human. We're souls having a human experience. We have an ego. We have a physical body. We have a human brain, and we have an ego structure, right? We are, and we're not meant to battle any of that. Actually, that's what I'm going to be talking about in my Alchemist, Angelic Alchemist program tonight. We're not meant to battle the ego, battle our body, battle these parts. We are meant to practice the medicine of gratitude, the medicine of radical acceptance, the medicine of unconditional love. So, radical acceptance is that gateway to abundance. So, what part of you, what pain, what pattern, what issue in the tissue, right? What karma, what trauma are your angels saying? Radically accept this part, right? Boldly, bravely, abundantly, right? Exactly, Jen. No need to battle, right? It's like a lay down. There's a beautiful song by Fia. As soon as you got on, Jen, I feel your frequency. You remind me of this beautiful song by Fia, Nature of Love. And it says, Spirit move me, show me where to go. I lay down my sword at your feet. And it's like, oh, right? We lay down the sword. Let Michael pick up the sword and cut the cords, but we don't need to battle our pain body, right? Our parts, our wounds, right? That's where the slow, simple, soft practice comes forward. And actually, as I'm saying that, something happened earlier. Angels remind me to put that in my class tonight. Okay, thank you. So practice activating your abundance vortex by focusing on gratitude, radical acceptance, and unconditional love. And if you want help with that, right? If you want an activation with me and the angels, I would love for you to join us on Saturday in the Lionsgate. It's from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Time. It's over Zoom, and there will be a replay. So honestly, you're welcome to join us at any time, right? Whether you're there live or through the replay, it's the same potency and power and healing energy. So all of the 8 energies, right? The energy of infinity, the energy of power, prosperity, and presence is all encapsulated in that replay. So, and also from the work that I did today, talk about generosity, I opened it up. Okay, so the investment is $48. It's really valued at over $88, but I'm offering it for $44, and that includes the replay, the live access, the replay, and a free ticket for your friend. Yes! Like, how awesome is that? And then this morning, when I was praying and thinking about it, I heard that I'm going to offer some scholarships. Like, I don't want money, right? A lot of times if we need an abundance vortex activation, that's an area that we need help with. I don't want money to stop you. So just know that I have scholarships available for this offer if you need that, and just reach out to me. I know that takes courage. I know it takes vulnerability, but I am here for you, right? I want everyone to have an activated abundance vortex, because that's the frequency of unconditional love, unity consciousness, and abundance consciousness that we are moving towards. So I think I said everything I wanted to say today. If you, the time is now, right, to activate your abundance vortex. The time is now to practice radical acceptance and extreme self-care. So I have something for called an Angelic Pain Relief Consult. This is a free consult where it's a heartfelt and compassionate space. It's over Zoom, where I'm listening to you and your angels. I'm going to share what your angels are saying about your pain. This is going to create a moment of relief. And then together, we're going to create your roadmap to relief, your next right step on your healing journey. I would be honored to have that conversation with you. This is the best way I can help you. And I have so many amazing programs that can get you healing results, long-lasting pain relief. It would be my absolute honor. And I'll put that link in the comments. I felt like there was another part of that. And yeah, all those details are also on my website, jillkempnerhealing.com. And if we're a good fit, I'll share the details of my coaching programs with you. So that was the sentence. I was like, I feel like I almost forgot a sentence. So there's the free consult. There's the 8 abundance vortex activation for you, and a free ticket for a friend. I would love for you to join us then. Yeah. I'm sending you so much love and angel blessings. Thank you for taking the time to be here. And we'll talk soon. Okay. Mwah. Lots of love. Practice, practice, practice.